Roller coasters appeal to the human desire for excitement, specifically derived from adrenaline, which, in short, is a hormone produced in response to fear. Why is this relevant? The point is that fear is fundamental to the popularity of roller coasters, and a lot of the enjoyment actually comes from the triumph of overcoming your fear, of course experiencing the exhilaration of the ride, and then buying a photo. Or one of those little trophies that say, well done, you're not a puss. So in this video, I'm going to help you overcome your fear, specifically your fear of tall roller coasters. Wonder why I chose that topic. But we can only do that if you're subscribed with notifications turned on, otherwise you're going to be scared of them forever. And I'd really appreciate your support. Now let's start with, why are heights scary? To first overcome your fear, you must understand your fear. Fear of heights comes from the fear of falling, and you're inevitably going to drop on a coaster, so that is where the scary part comes from. However, dropping is kind of the whole point on a roller coaster, otherwise we'd drop up and get the lift hill down. Like an elaborate escalator. Anyway, when it comes to tall roller coasters, the inevitable tall drop will not lead to inevitable injury. So you're totally safe. It's not even really a fall, more of a maneuver. Are you still scared shizzless? We'll try building up to the tall roller coasters. My first roller coaster was the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and riding that 200-foot roller coaster gave me all the confidence that I needed to then move on and ride the Duplo Dino at Legoland. I am of course joking. I overcame my fear by setting myself a goal and seeing it as an accomplishment. So treat it like any goal, work towards it. Start with the smaller roller coasters and gradually build your way up to them. Though pick wisely. If you try and ride an SLC to build your way up to riding a Mack Hypercoaster for example, and you'll probably be scarred for life. So it's probably best to build yourself up with similar looking roller coasters. So for example in the UK, if you're trying to build up the courage to ride Hyperia, try building your way up with similar modern sit down roller coasters. For example, ride Mandrill Mayhem and maybe Dragon's Fury at Chessington to then build up to the Swarm and maybe Colossus at Thorpe Park before then doing Hyperia. To be honest, there's probably a better sequence you can do, so if you can think of one, let me know in a comment below and I'll pin the comment so it can be a reference point for everyone. Mindset is important if you've got your mindset on riding a tall roller coaster. Think of it this way, the enjoyment comes from the adrenaline, which is directly related to the fear, so the more scared you are, the more you're probably going to enjoy it. It's particularly important to remember that they don't actually last that long, the roller coasters, especially Stealth, which is over in 2 seconds. So if you don't enjoy it, it's probably over in a couple of seconds. Can relate. Furthermore, at theme parks, safety is paramount, and the sense of danger is, well, merely simulated for your entertainment. So when thinking of that, you can disassociate the fear of falling from the fear of heights. Because it's only scary dropping from such a height because of the consequences. Like splatting on the ground. And you're not going to be splatting on the ground. So remember, whilst tall roller coasters are designed to be intimidating, once you're in that seat, you're probably in for the safest 1 to 2 minutes of your day. And on that topic, I will talk more on... I'm not a moron. I will talk about the safety more. When queuing to ride a tall roller coaster, focus on how protected you're going to be. These theme parks cannot afford to have millions of people ride their rides without protection. You're probably more likely to get hurt in the queue than on the actual roller coaster. For example, a seagull could poo on you. Those things have no restraint. Unlike roller coasters, which have very good restraints. See what I did there? These tall roller coasters have restraints with more than one safety mechanism, and these ensure that they'll only open in the station. And yes, those lap bars are safe. I know everyone's scared on Hyperia of only having a lap bar, but believe me, once you're in that seat, there is no leaving it. You're there forever. Sorry, they'll release them in the station and let you go on with your day. And on the traditional tall roller coasters where you've got a massive lift hill, you've also got anti-rollbacks. These are most notable on the lift hills as you hear the train click, click, click. Between them on the way... Why did I do the click, click, click? Anyway, you'll know they're there because you can hear a clicking sound as the train goes between them on the way up. So there's only one way down. And that is the huge, not terrifying drop. because we put our mindset right now and there's no fear. Also, a lot of the tallest roller coasters in the world feature a launch and maybe a top hat style element like Stealth at Fort Park or the Velocicoaster. These have anti-rollback, so if you weren't to make it over the tall elements because the launch might not be fast enough, you've got these anti-rollbacks that will gently, gradually help you back into the station with a soft braking mechanism. And then on some of these massive roller coasters, you might have more than one train on the track at one time. This is to help the queue go down quicker, but don't worry, there are block brakes in place to make sure that these trains do not get too close together. So to overcome your fear of tall roller coasters, remember there are extreme safety measures in place, and these are designed by some of the most impressive engineers in the world. You really couldn't be in better hands. So in conclusion, to overcome your fear of tall roller coasters, you can focus on three main things. Firstly, disassociate your fear of falling from your fear of heights. Secondly, you can treat this as an achievement. Build your way up to the tall roller coasters. And then thirdly, remember that these are completely safe. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Ciao, legends.
That was good, wasn't it? Please, sir, can we have some more? You don't have to call me sir. But here's your link. Click it. Sir Pun a lot would sound cool though.